Our next session at the NXT Forum, we have with us Dr. Souvik Maiti from the Institute of Genomics and Integrative Biology. He is going to talk about BIRSA 101, the sickle cell breakthrough.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Souvik, and I'm a scientist by profession. So, as most of you understood that from Chief Minister's vision also, that few years back our Prime Minister has declared that by 2047 we are going to be a developed country. To be a developed country, one of the important things that we have to free from disease as much as possible. And I will explain one of the pertinent problem in our country, which also Honorable Prime Minister has expressed, that sickle cell disease free country by 2047. So being a scientist, there are many scientists who took up that challenge, and also with a group of scientists in our institute took up that challenge, and we have some success, and that is the success I am going to share with you. It is under clinical trial. So second slide, please. Next. So to my international delegates, this is a family photo of a famous actor of our country, Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. And as you know that India is very crazy for movie as well as cricket. So if I show this photograph, most of you are asking one question in your mind is that the son, Abhishek Bachchan, looks like to his father or mother. Or any newborn which comes to our family, the first few moments we discuss, the baby looks like his father or mother. Why this question comes in our mind? Next slide, please. So we all, whoever is here, all human beings, we inherit a material which is known as a chromosome. It is one pair of chromosome. So total we have 23 pairs of chromosome, and each of every pair, one copy comes from mother, another copy comes from our father. And that's we call that chromosome. Within that chromosome there is a module we call gene, which is basically blueprint of our system. Like we are getting xeroxed one after one from copies, one from mother, another from father. Now, when it is getting copied from father, mother to offspring, if this copy are correct, perfect, then we born as a healthy individual. But if you imagine there is a mistake in one of the copy, so it will also be getting xeroxed, copied. But as the other, there are two copies, other copy is correct, so you do not see any problem as such. But you imagine both the copies has same mistake, and we are xeroxing it. So this mistake will get repeated. As a result, the offspring, which basically is getting newborn, has a chance to have disease. This type of disease we call genetically inheritance disease. Next, please. So sickle cell anemia is one of such disease. Next, please. Next. So this is the global scenario. The red part, deep red, is the highest number of prevalence of sickle cell anemia across the globe. Now if you see very carefully, the most red part is the African countries and India. So as a result, the attention from developed country to to cure this disease is very less, because all these pharmaceutical company followed by the research and innovations driven by commercial interest. As it is a poor man's disease, so that interest goes down. Next slide, please. This is the Indian scenario. Again, those who are familiar with India, the deepest red part is the most prevalent area of sickle cell disease, and that is Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, and Chhattisgarh. But other part of the country also there are a lot of incidents of sickle cell anemia. Again, those who understand the population level of India, this is the region where most of our tribal people or tribal countrymen lives. And their family income not more than $100 per month. But the one family member, if he gets or she gets this sickle cell disease, the burden per month for the family more than $100. Next slide, please. So basically, how to correct it? As I told you, there is a mistake. How to correct it? In 2012, two lady professors from US and Europe has developed one technology which is called CRISPR technology, and they have patented. Patented means if you want to use for any kind of applications, you have to pay these universities. Next slide, please. So first, FDA approved, FDA who clears the drug which has to be in the market. Into first FDA drug approved for sickle cell anemia has come out in 2023 December. But the cost of this drug for sickle cell anemia, $3 million. If we convert to in rupees, it is almost 25 crore. And anybody in this audience will agree with me, it is unaffordable. Next slide, please. Me and my colleague, we have started almost a decade back. We understood the cost. If we want to use this technology for our country, cost is going to be a problem. We cannot buy license from developed countries and use for us. So we started developing indigenous this technology, CRISPR-Cas technology. We had success. Last 10 years, we are working hard. Next slide, please. As a result, we have developed a new engineered CRISPR-Cas system, which led us to secure patent, not only US, many European countries, many countries we are expecting to get, including India. This results, because in scientific community, unless until if you do not share your result to the community, peer reviewed, nobody accept you. So this result also got published in an outstanding journal of internationally reputed journal very recently. Next slide, please. So as I told, we are working almost 10 to 12 years based on our success in the laboratory. Ministry of Tribal Affairs, as I told you, this is the disease which happens most of the tribal population. Ministry of Tribal Affairs has given us fund to try in human, we call clinical trial, which basically is going on at this moment. We have good success, and we are expecting this trial, first trial, we will be able to conclude by end of 2028. Next slide, please. If you understand how drug comes to the market, there are different stages, proof of concept, etc., etc. Last few stages we call clinical trial, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. The phase 1 trial basically few individuals, couple of individuals to check whether your drug is safe, there is no toxicity, and so on and so forth. And for that we are spending almost, any drug, if you want to keep it to market, the expenditure becomes close to $1 billion, 8,000 crore rupees. That's the cost. Okay, and in a government sector, if you run a trial, it is not possible financially, because you need a commercial partner to to take it forward. So right now we are running, these are the some images, interacting with patient, etc., and it is going on currently. Next slide, please. As I described, that it is a very costly affair. So Serum Institute of Pune, you might have heard, they are the largest vaccine producers in the globe. There is, at least 1/3 of this population of this in this auditorium has been vaccinated from their vaccines. Okay, they have came forward and signed a deal with us that if phase 1 is successful, they will take it forward for phase 2 and phase 3, so that it should not be burden to the government also. So that's the current stage. Next slide, please. And really, I cannot acknowledge each and everybody into this game, but definitely, there are good number of scientists, those who are working day and night. I am really thankful to them, and the funding which is coming from different funding agencies. Thank you very much.